Hey guys, name's Kami. This is gonna be my very first review of pretty much anything ever, but let's just jump right into it with some new music. Gonna be reviewing the track Jubilee by Fayde, aka Seth Rogen, aka Arkilo, aka ATF's fat nigga. This dude came hard with this track. Wait. Beat produced by none other than that little white kid from Iowa, Ness. Now Ness really came through with this beat. It was real hard, real grunge, had an Earl Sweatshirt type of feel. It was very grimy, real simple, it was pretty versatile. Fayde came in with top-notch bars, great flows. He really set the bar high for this one. Fayde actually, hit me up on Twitter. He was like, yo, I'm about to send you a track from my new tape, Arkilo. Tell me if you like it, if not, I'm a little iffy about it. I actually have footage when I first listened to it.
Yeah. Veterinary fuck a bitch, call it malpractice. Motherfuck the world, so she come without asking. Bum without passion, tits without flashing. Bunch of useless shit, I guess you could imagine. World full of fake niggas.
So all in all, it was a real solid track. Good beat, good production, and it had good consistent lyrics. So all things considered, I give it an 8 out of 10. It was a solid track, and I applaud Ness and Fayde for this release. Alright. That's enough music. Let's get on to games. We're going to be talking about one of my personal favorites, an arcade classic, the only game that settles disputes on who can kick whose ass besides Street Fighter, Tekken. And we're not talking about just any Tekken. We're talking about, Tekken 3. Yes, Tekken 3, the third installment in the Tekken franchise by Namco, was originally released in arcades in 1997 and then was later released for the PlayStation 1 in September of 1998 and even later in 2005 for the PlayStation 2 as part of Tekken 4's arcade history or whatever. This is revered as one of the best of the Tekken series and probably one of the best fighting games made ever. Some say it's better than Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Is that going too far? I don't know. Honestly, I prefer Tekken over both. It brought a lot to the table. It brought great characters, great fighting mechanics, and great graphics. I guess that's why it was such a hit in arcades. Plus, it had characters we haven't seen in the previous games in Tekken 1 or 2. It had Jin Yoshimitsu, Brian Fury, Hao Long, Eddie Gordo. I'm not sure if Lei Wulong was in that before. Oh, and it was kind of cool to see some of the characters that they took from real life. Like Bruce Lee, is supposed to be Law. And Lei Wulong is supposed to be Jackie Chan, which I thought was pretty cool. They used some great martial artists and put them in the game. As kind of not really parodies, but paying homage to them or whatever. And the characters, they had great moves, Some had more aggressive types and some of them had more strategic. Like Xiao Yu, she could crouch down or whatever and attack you, but Jin's more frontal in this game. To me, Jin and Hao Rong are the best characters in the game, with Jin's lightning screw uppercuts and his high kicks. You really can't beat the dude. And Hao Rong with his crazy kicks too. But there's one character you never, ever use because he's such a faggot. And that's Eddie fucking Gordo. For anyone who's actually played this game, I don't think I have to explain to you how cheap Eddie Gordo is with those kicks. It's kick after kick after kick, and there's not much you can do besides sidestepping or kicking back. I mean, look at this pansy. All he does is kick and kick and kick, and if somebody's really good with this guy, there's no way you're getting back up after he knocks you down. He's just gonna spam those kicks until you KO. Yeah, this is the faggotry known as Eddie Gordo. I get mad just watching it. Tekken's a great game, real fun, a bunch of fun game modes. You know, you got survival mode, Tekken Force mode, which is basically a side scroller where you go fight a bunch of villains. Well, it's kind of survival in there too, because you get a set bar of life, and there's little drops like chicken that help go back up, and you just fight. And then there's like fun stuff like beach ball. Yeah, you can actually play beach ball in this game. But yeah, that's Tekken 3, and I give that a 9 out of 10. It's just a PlayStation gem. Alright, that's enough with old classics. Let's get on to some real recent stuff. Anime. Recently, I was out of any animes to watch, and I was pretty much watching old animes like Akira and Fooly Cooly. So I went on Twitter naturally asking for a new anime. And none other replied than the Nerd Sage Terrence, and he recommended me Samurai Flamenco. Yeah, you probably have no idea what that is. Probably because it's been overshadowed by one of the new big animes, Kill la Kill. Basically, this 19-year-old model named Masayoshi wants to be a superhero. He has no powers to speak of, and the pilot begins with him being found in an alley by this cop named Goto. And Masayoshi admits that Goto is his first and only friend. And oddly enough, he has no powers to speak of, no know-how, and he's incredibly weak. All he has is guts and a sense of justice, and he really wants to change the world. He has a kind of extreme view on justice. He wants to stop petty crimes from stealing umbrellas to putting your trash out early. But in the opening sequence, it shows him as a great superhero with what seems as a superpowered suit. Haven't really seen that yet. There's only 9 episodes to date, but it really consists of a slow-paced story, and not in a bad way. It's directed by Takahiro Amori. You know, it's pretty good. It's paced real well. It starts off pretty slow. The pilot is pretty short on action, but as it goes on into the later episodes, it gets way better, and he becomes a better hero. And, you know, I guess that's really what it's all about, is seeing the character develop and become greater into the heroes they used to admire. And in essence, he's now saving the city and showing people what it truly means to be better people. And I really hope he does get better gadgets and becomes a real superhero fighting other people, you know, other big villains, because that's really what I'm here to see. I want to see this dude grow, almost kind of like Naruto did, from a loser into a great hero. And if you're interested in seeing more of Samurai Flamenco, you can catch it on Crunchyroll, or you can go to animefreak.tv, and I'll put a link to both of those in the description of the video. Well, this has been my first review. My name's Kami, and I'm out, G.